So again, it's a 4-to-1 mix, and it's got some concentrated febbing. If it looks different to any mortar you've ever mixed, it might be because of the finer grade of sand up here in the north. I'm in the north, you see, like, you know what I mean, Mum? I'm going to start laying this side. I'm scraping again, remember. Just treating that bed of mortar with a gentle ferrule. Alright, I actually have to, when you're at the edge here, yeah, just to save getting any mortar squidged in there, just slide that out. It will squeeze front to back, but just to keep it clear of that. And I'll just get some cuts done now. I'm going to start off with a half. And I've cut it, but I'm just going to have the end facing outwards, because then you're always guaranteed a nice, neat face, you know what I mean? So uniformed half all the time. Place that in there, and then we're down to the line, right? So I'm just looking at the line, I'm just pushing down, and then I'm going to scrape that off. And now I just like, because I like to be quite accurate, I try and keep it virtually as close to the line as I can possible without it touching, if that makes sense. You might have seen some other videos where they suggest like putting a piece of paper or a £20 note, but we're from Wiggles, so we're gonna use a fiver. All right, so you want a nice gap in there so it's not touching the line. I'll put our next brick on now. Nice joint, and now we're laying backwards this time, so the flick is in front of us. So just in there, and then inch it forward. A bit of pressure. Yeah, and what I was saying before is the reason why, give it a twing, the reason why you're not supposed to put it touching is so you get a good reading from the line all the time. Because if you can imagine, I'll just try and demonstrate here. If we see the line and we go, oh yeah, we've got to lay to that line, and then you keep laying to it, it's touching, and as we go along, it's touching. Yeah, you keep nudging the line out and you won't notice. Well, you know, if you're just beginning, you won't notice, but that's why we leave it off by a paper width, and you give it a twang every now and again so you know it's right. Buttering our next brick and then pushing that again down to the line, a couple of wiggles, and then try and catch that top bit as well. It's quite tricky on the first course because you're actually on top of the line, do you know what I mean? It's easier as you come up, then you can eye it in better. So the idea is keep that, the bottom of this brick in line with this top of the block with your eye, so that's right. There we go. Are we okay? Same there with that, just give it a bit of a nudge off there, and then we can put that end brick in. Everything excess goes back on your board. As I've said previously, make sure it's bang on before you move your line up. Right, okay, so up to the next pencil mark, which is our 150 gauge mark. We always gauge and remember from our level line, which is that one. Just double check that. Scrape your backs. Or what you can do just to help you out as well, hit the profile and then go down. Keep it tight with that profile. And then just gentle wiggle down to there. And if you need to, just treat that next one. And the next one, we're going to do that wiggle again. And then just push it to the line. our butters fell off our next brick, so just get it back on there. On that half bond there of that brick, and then pressing down. And it's a real loose action when the trowel's just hanging in my hand. It's just like so loose, my trowel, when I'm scraping like that. Because if it's rigid, you might get caught on the edges of the brick. So just dead loose in your hands, virtually just waving around, and then just virtually. And then our last brick. Are we going to be okay for our last brick? Yep. Doesn't need buttering, does it? So we'll just push that in there. And again, just tapping it down to the line. And the excess back on the board. Going to check that. Give it a twang. Put your line up before you spread. Because then when you're scraping off, you'll get it against your line and it goes all on the edges of the brick. Tried it before, done it before. Nice spread of mortar. And then again. Alright, let's get in there. I'll go over the top actually. A half on there, down to the line. We don't need to butter it again, just try and get away from that. But we'd still need a bit on though, don't we? Oh, now we got a bit to play with there. Just go over. Okay, we don't need a butter on this. So make sure when you're setting this workstation up that it works brick length. And you can check it on your brickmate, can't you? Line up. Line up, Gerald. Line up, son. Coming on now. Just take your time with it like I'm doing. Well, take your time, don't serve it like I'm doing. And see, if you're right-handed and you're spreading from the right side to the left side, it's more difficult because you've got your line to contend with more rather than this way, you see. I can spread down there like this, and then I'm hardly touching the line. I could even move under it like that. But whereas, it's very hard. I mean, I'm not working with anybody, so it doesn't really matter, but you want to try and avoid the line really if you're working with somebody else. So you could try and, it's good practice just to try and avoid the line as much as you can. Otherwise you'll get railroaded off your mate you're working with. Get off the line! I'm going to go over the top. Shouldn't really do that like I've just butter again, down, up, right, left, to the profile, and down we go to the line. Oh. Brick on brick, Jerry. Oh my gosh. how to lay bricks on top of each other. Alright, let's try again. Right, we're starting with the halves, aren't we? Dumb shite. It's getting late in the day now. And to the profile and down to the line. If you're going to do that, what I just did, like just put the excess back on the next brick rather than throw it on your board, you're doing it with the tip of your trowel, so again you're thinking about not catching the line, so it can be done. You know, so this, like that, and like that. Didn't even touch the line. It can be done. You just got to go at a different angle. So more like down that way and up out the way this way. Just keeping that half bond nice. You're always looking below what you're laying. Keeping the perps in line. Yeah. Scrape back. I'm scraping forward here, collecting the excess. Well, you know, you can scrape back as well. As you're coming up here, you can start using this side of your trowel. When you lower down, you want to use the back side. Just easier because it's natural, isn't it? To the profile and down to the line. Gonna go there to the profile. Gentle pressure. A nice full joint, squeeze it in there. 2 bricks to go, and we're going to lay these forwards. Ping that line, give it a scrape. Looks pretty good. A couple of things to note is, as you lay into the top of this, as you lay into the line here, the top of the brick needs to go to the line, obviously, and the bottom of the brick has to go to the top of the brick below it, if that makes sense. Then you know you're going to have a nice straight face plane, and they're all going to be aligned together, so you get that nice flat face. And then your bond, you're just dyeing your bond over there. Make sure you're always working to brick length. That'll make your life easier to start off with. And don't go brick on brick like I did before. But it happens from time to time. We've all done it. All right then. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. I'll finish it in the next one. All right. I'll do bird's beak double strike. All right. See you later. Cheers.